with Ralf Mittermayr, and then we have the vision of 3 cities and public authorities.
Thank you very much, and also good morning, ladies and gentlemen, from my side. Innovative disposal solutions in the urban space is the title of this presentation. And we are now making a big step from the holistic approach from Dr. Pomberger down to one narrow day-to-day problem that we have in the cities. To set the scene correctly, I'm now speaking of a particular part of waste in our cities, which is the bulky waste. It's typically not treated a lot in all these innovative sorts because it's a rather seldom problem. You have it once a year, you have it from time to time, but it still accounts to between 10 and 20% of the waste happening in the cities. And bulky waste is in general a pain for both sides, the citizens and the municipalities, and no clear standard procedure has been developed over time. But before I will elaborate to predict the potential future solution, let's have a look to some of the major drivers that we see and happens in day-to-day cities. So, what changes do we see in day-to-day cities? I've picked 2 of them, and actually for the mobility there's a parallel session happening here, so thank you very much to all of you that you have chosen this topic to come here and not look for all the new mobility solutions that will be predicted just 1 or 2 rooms on the side. But if you look at this, in the yesterday we have a very, very individual way of and on the individual side, a special way with fuel-powered vehicles, individual steered, individually owned. Today, we see, especially in the bigger cities, the change to more and more shared cars, either fuel-driven or electricity-driven, still personally steered. And in tomorrow, there's a clear road towards autonomous-driven cars, electrically powered, and also in a shared environment. But not always, don't take always mobility. Look at the grocery shopping. I think still some of us have seen the service grocery shops that has happened in the cities. They have been completely taken out of the cities by either self-service, smaller grocery stores, or the supermarkets that we have nowadays. And look where the development is going in tomorrow. There are all kinds of online ordering or picture shop ordering in the subway station where you click with your phone and you get home delivery. Actually, both of the examples on the right-hand side are not tomorrow anymore. In the Bay Area and San Francisco, we see already more than 1,000 autonomous vehicles driving around. And this grocery store shopping is just happening in Seoul in South Korea. We've seen Amazon entering the food store. So also this industry will change very much. And these are day-to-day processes that we all perform in nowadays cities. Oops. Can I go back as well? Sorry. Back, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So look a little bit more at the mobility. That's not only happening in Bay cities in America or the other bigger cities. Look at Austria. When we are now going a little bit more in the local market, we see that the trend of our day-to-day routes. We only have down to 27% in Vienna. We're still around 50% in Graz, and even more rural areas like Vorarlberg. Sorry, that's one of our smaller counties on the western part of Austria, very mountainous. They still develop a lot of other individual transportation. So, but now applying our mobility concept in the future and see how this matches with the problem of bulky waste. So in the local markets here, actually in the past, we had the system that we had a collecting service for bulky waste. So typically it was once a year that there was a special day picked where every citizen could bring his bulky waste down to the street level, and specialized waste management companies came and picked up the whole good. It was good for convenience, very well. So I don't need to go somewhere, someone is coming. The problem is accessibility. Once a year. So if I decided to rebuild part of my apartments, if I moved furniture or anything else, what to do the rest of the year? And gradually, with the increasing personal mobility in the cities by vehicles, gradually the cities switched away from this system and going to bring your own waste, bring your own bulky waste to specialized places. So nowadays we are in the middle situation, and it really, you can watch this in Graz every day, where people are coming and bringing their bulky waste in all different kinds to the specialized centers. But now predict it for tomorrow and make a little bit of an animation. How would it be in a society where we share cars? And typically, if they're just for transport, they become smaller and smaller. I think everyone can clearly see this development comes under certain problems in the future. The good thing on today's solution is it's open it's mostly open 7 days a week, but with the drawback, I had to go there. If you compare it like to a bank or financial services, yesterday my financial manager, he came to me at home, but unfortunately only once a year, and not when I want him to come, but when he decided he wants to come. It's now changed. We have this affiliate system out, but I had to go there, and it's no way close to the systems that we know nowadays on other industries. So what are the driving factors for further development? On one hand, the cities need to optimize their infrastructure and utilizing it to utmost usage. And this now is coming together with our citizens, which are clearly trained from all other industry by 7/24 usage or at least ordering of services. Look at Uber, you might like it or like it not, but it has changed the way we are taxing in the cities which the service is there. Actually, it's reducing the amount of cars on the cities, it's better utilization for the cars, it's in average shorter time to the services, and other things like Booking.com, or very important for the cities, Airbnb, has helped utilizing the environment. Do we have problems with the services from a tax perspective, from all the other things? Yes, regulations need to be addressed and need to be changed for this new development. I think that's clear. So what is the way to move forward here? Typically, all these paradigm changes happen nowadays with kind of platforms which are bringing together the demand on the north side, in this case bulky waste, either people or small companies trying to get rid of this bulky waste, and on the other side, not only the municipalities' waste collection services, but a plethora of construction companies and other companies providing transport services in this. Nowadays, we don't have this size of the infrastructure of the cities. So, but I think this will not end here. If we further combine the further steps of mobility, I make a very clear prediction. The day after tomorrow, we will have a service. If we want to get rid of bulky waste, we will use either our computer or mobile phones and call the pickup service. And an autonomous, self-steered, self-driven, electrically charged box will come, will make a reservation on the parking space in front of your door, will park there, you put in the collection of your bulky waste, and if you are finished, you just press off and the vehicle will go to the next specialized recycling center in order to achieve the recycling targets that Dr. Bomberger has predicted, because specialized companies doing this are typically way better trained and achieve way better recycling standards than the citizen performing this process once a year in a recycling center. And that's what typically would lead to a win-win-win situation for all participating partners. I strongly believe, and we as Saubermacher strongly believe, that this is not a question of if, it is clearly a question of when it will happen. Thank you very much.